Now be attentive everyone, we have studied range and quartile deviation. Now what is mean deviation? Understand it. If you remember last chapter, we studied one of the properties of arithmetic mean. That sum of deviation of all the observations from arithmetic mean is always 0. Sum of deviation of all the observations from arithmetic mean is always 0. Sigma x minus x bar is always 0. How do you read this? Sum of deviation of all the observations from arithmetic mean is always 0. Once again. Sum of deviation of all the observations from arithmetic mean is always 0. Now mean deviation we are going to find from mean only. But the sum comes to 0. That's why we take modulus. Modulus means non-negative values. So when you find that all observations have how much dispersion from mean. The first day example of cricket what I gave was mean deviation. First I found out the mean runs, 50 runs for both the players. Then what did I find out? How much each value is at a distance from 50. So what was that? That was mean deviation. Okay, but only thing is the sum always comes 0. So instead of taking the actual value, we take always non-negative, absolute values. Means even if your runs 45 and 50, I did not write -5, I written only 5. So even if it is 45 minus 50, if you take -5, then the total will come 0. So instead of taking actual deviation, we take only absolute deviation. So what is the meaning of mean deviation? It is the average of absolute deviation of all observations from arithmetic mean. What is the meaning of mean deviation? It is the average of absolute. What do you mean by absolute? Not negative. So it is the average of absolute deviation of all observations from arithmetic mean. Means for ungrouped data, write down the formula is. What do you mean by ungrouped data? Only xi will be given. So here mean deviation is equal to sigma modulus x minus x bar upon n. And this itself is the definition. As I said, it is average of. Average means total upon n. So it is the average of. Absolute means modulus, not negative. So it is the average of absolute deviation of all observations from arithmetic mean. What is the reason of taking modulus? No, you are explaining me the meaning of modulus. I am asking you reason. Why would we take modulus? Otherwise your total will come 0. All the questions answers will be 0 only then. So we have to take modulus that is non-negative. And I explained the reason also in the beginning. In the beginning itself. Dispersion is always non-negative. If you say distance between Subhanpura to Alkapuri is 3 kilometers, then Alkapuri to Subhanpura is also 3 kilometers. It's not minus. Okay. So we always calculate dispersion as non-negative value. So what is the meaning of mean deviation if it is asked? Repeat, it is the average of absolute deviation of all observations from arithmetic mean. Okay, sigma upon n means average. So it is the average of. Modulus means absolute, non-negative. So absolute deviation of all observations from arithmetic mean. Any doubts with this? If same thing you have to find in a discrete frequency distribution, then the formula will be for discrete frequency distribution as well as continuous frequency distribution, the formula is same. Discrete and continuous frequency distribution MD is equal to sigma Fi modulus x minus x bar upon n. And the reason of multiplying with f I explained you in last chapter, because that observation is occurring that many number of times. So if the frequency of 2 is 5, that means 2 is occurring 5 times. So by multiplying it with frequency, automatically we get the total of all the deviations with the observation 2. Did you understand this? So this formula will remain same for discrete and continuous. Only point to be remembered is in continuous, xi will be mid-value, as we used to do it in last chapter. So in case of continuous frequency distribution, xi will be equal to mid-value. Otherwise in discrete, xi will always be given. Okay? For continuous frequency distribution. Any doubts with this? For continuous frequency distribution, xi will be mid-value, and in discrete frequency distribution, xi will always be given. So anyone having any doubt up till here? 3 questions I am solving on the board. One of ungrouped, one of discrete, one of continuous. Then you will try 3 questions on your phone. Look at page number 4.2 is done already. Now exercise 4.3, page number 139. I am solving 1, 3 and 4, and you will try 2 and 5. 2 questions. Okay. Look at question number 1. The measurements of height of 10 soldiers are given below. From 160 to 168 various observations are given. Find the mean deviation of height of the soldiers. Okay, one more thing. What about coefficient of mean deviation? What did I make you write about the relative measure? What concept did I make you write about the relative measure? What concept did I make you write about the relative measure? Absolute measure upon central tendency, and that's why we did in quartile deviation Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1. Explain the concept. Because there are 2 quartiles used, so central tendency will be average of those 2. Q3 plus Q1 divided by 2, and then 2 gets cancelled. So here also, what is the actual concept of relative measure? Once again, I'll have to repeat: absolute measure divided by central tendency. Throughout the chapter, this concept is same. How will you find the relative measure? Absolute measure divided by central tendency. Now this is the absolute measure, mean deviation. So mean deviation, absolute measure, and divided by central tendency is here x bar. Which central tendency we are using here? X bar. So how will you find coefficient of mean deviation? Mean deviation upon x bar. Once again, what is the general concept of relative measure? Absolute measure upon central tendency. Therefore, in quartile deviation also we did Q3 minus Q1, absolute measure upon Q3 plus Q1. Absolute measure upon central tendency. Did everyone understand this? Anyone having any doubt in it? Now look at exercise 4.2, question number 1. 4.3. Page 139. Yes, maintain silence. The measurement of height in centimeters of 10 soldiers are given below. Find the mean deviation of height of the soldiers. So all of you read out the observations given to you. Did you write it? Now, see, before you find mean deviation, first we have to find mean. Without x bar, you cannot find it. Anyone yesterday when we did quartile deviation, before finding quartile deviation, we found quartiles Q1 and Q2. So before finding mean deviation, we have to find mean x bar. Now ungrouped data, what was the formula of x bar? Sigma x upon n. So first we will do the total. Okay. 1674. So first x bar is equal to sigma x upon n. 1674 upon 10. 16.74. Did you understand this, everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? Now we have to find modulus x minus x bar. Modulus means non-negative. From all observations, you will minus 16.74. But don't take negative, take all positive. Okay? That means, sorry, 167.4. 167.4. From all observations, you will minus 167.4, but don't take negative. So, 160 minus 167.4, 7.4. In calculator, it will come minus 7.4, but you will take 7.4. Modulus means non-negative. Next questions I'll be asking you, so be attentive. 175 minus 167.4, 7.6. 158 minus 167.4, 9.4. 165 minus 167.4, 2.4. 170 minus 167.4, 2.6. 166 minus 167.4, 1.4. 173 minus 167.4, 5.6. 176 minus 167.4, 8.6. 163 minus 167.4, 4.4. 168 minus 167.4, 0.6. Did you understand this? Raise your hand who is not clear with it. Now do it as I am saying once again. Do it as I am saying once again. 160 minus 2 times 167.4 equals to, what do you get? But don't write minus, okay? Now don't press on, directly press 175 and equal to. Directly press 158 and equal to 9.4. Directly press 165 and equal to 2.4. Directly press 170 and equal to 2.6. Directly press 166 equal to 1.4. Directly press 173 equal to 5.6. Directly press 176 equal to 8.6. Directly press 163 equal to 4.4, and directly press 168 equal to 0.6. Did you understand this, everyone? Those who are not getting it must be using Casio calculator. I announced in the beginning itself, don't buy that. Buy non-Casio was announced in the beginning. Did you understand this? Now, total of this is required, sigma. So, 7, 14, 23, 25, 27, 28, 33, 41, 45, 46.8, 47.4, 47.8, 48.4, 49, 50. All of you do the total of sigma x minus x bar. Is it coming to 50? Any confusions? That shortcut in calculator is clear how to directly get those values with less time. Now, mean deviation MD is equal to sigma modulus x minus x bar upon n. Sigma modulus x minus x bar upon n. That is 50 divided by 10, 5. Okay, sigma modulus x minus x bar is 50 and total observations are 10. So what is the mean deviation? 5. The information is of centimeters, so 5 centimeters. Okay, absolute measure you'll write in the same units. Coefficient is not asked. Otherwise that is a pure number. So anyone who did not understand this question, do raise your hand. Now look at question number 3. I am doing 3 on the board, you will try 2 on your own. Look at question number 3. Yes, anyone still solving this question 1? Write the statement at the end. Thus the mean deviation of height of soldiers is. Thus the mean deviation of height of soldiers is 5 centimeters. Did you write that statement, everyone? Now Now look at question 3. Find the mean deviation and the coefficient of mean deviation. Here coefficient is also asked. Of distribution of talk time in minutes. So talk time is xi and number of calls is fi. All of you write down the xi and fi values first of all. 3, 5, 10, 12 and 15. And fi 4, 7, 6, 2, 1. Now again first we will have to find x bar. For x bar what workings are required? fi, xi. Okay, for x bar we will require fi, xi. Use the memory function here. Do 3 into 4 m plus, do you get 12? 5 into 7 m plus, do you get 35? 10 into 6 m plus, do you get 60? 12 into 2, 24 m plus. 5, 15 into 1 m plus 15. Now press MR. 146. And 4, 11, 17, 19, 20. Total of FI is 20. Raise your hand who did not understand this. All are clear with it? Now again first we will find x bar. Sigma fi xi upon n. Okay, now the formula of x bar is sigma fi xi upon n. So 146 is sigma fi xi upon n is 27.3. Raise your hand who did not understand this. All are clear with it? Now again we require modulus x minus x bar. Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Shall I proceed further? Now we will use that function of calculator. Okay. What is all observations? This 3, 5, 10, 12, 15. From this we have to minus 7.3. Doing calculator 3 minus minus 2 times 7.3 equals to. Do you get 4.3? Don't write minus. Okay. Now directly press 5 and equal to. Do you all get 2.3? Directly press 10 and equal to 2.7. Directly press 12 and equal to 4.7. Directly press 15 and equal to 7.7. Okay. Once again I repeated how these values are obtained. 3 minus 7.3, 4.3. Modulus means non-negative. 5 minus 7.3, 2.3. 10 minus 7.3, 2.7. 12 minus 7.3, 4.7. 15 minus 7.3, 7.7. Okay, what is the total? 21. Not required. We require the total of fi into x minus x bar. Okay, not required. Now, fi x minus x bar means these two are to be multiplied. Fi and x minus x bar, these two are to be multiplied. Did you understand this? Second value and last value, fi into x minus x bar. Now use the memory functions again. Do it 4 into 4.3 and m plus 17.2. 7 into 2.3 and m plus 16.1. 6 into 2.7 and m plus 16.2. 2 into 4.7 and m plus 9.4. 1 into 7.7 and m plus 7.7. Now press MR. 66.6. Raise your hand who did not understand this. You have to solve certain questions on your own, and I'll see that you're able to do it or not. Okay? Anyone still having any doubts up till here? Now we will find mean deviation. Sigma fi modulus x minus x bar upon n. Okay. What is sigma fi modulus x minus x bar? 66.6 upon n is the total of frequency, that is 20. So 3.33. What are the units? minutes. 3.33 minutes is the mean deviation of talk time. Okay, and then coefficient is also asked in this question. So coefficient of mean deviation is equal to mean deviation upon x bar. Okay, MD upon x bar. What is mean deviation? We got 3.33 upon x bar 7.3. So 0. After 4, 5, what is the next number? So 4, 6. And it's a pure number here, don't write minutes. So, have all of you understood this question 3? Any doubt in it? Thus, the mean deviation of talk time is 3.33 minutes and its coefficient is 0.46. Now 0.46 is just a pure number, okay? One more question I'll do on the board, then you'll try the other two on your own. Look at question number 4, be attended. And one more thing, in continuous frequency distribution, how do we used to find x bar in the last chapter? In continuous frequency distribution, which method we used to use? Direct or shortcut? Shortcut, but only if the class lengths are equal. And if they were unequal, then direct method. In this chapter, always use direct method. In this chapter, you can always use. There is no hard and fast rule. You can use shortcut method also, but keep it simple. Always use direct method. Is everyone clear with it? So, write down. Find the mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation of number of TV sets using the following frequency distribution of TV sets sold in the last 16 months in a town. So first we will write the classes and frequencies. 10 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 70, 70 to 90, 90 to 110. Okay. Frequencies 1, 4, 6, 4 and 1. So very first of all we will have to find the mid value, that is xi. Patel, how do you find the mid value xi? How do you get that?
The 10 plus 30.
Correct. So now, all of you be attentive. Mid value 10 plus 30, 40 divided by 2, 20. 30 plus 50, 80 divided by 2, 40. 50 plus 70, 120 divided by 2, 60. 70 plus 90, 160 divided by 2, 80. And 90 plus 110, 200 divided by 2, 100. Did everyone understand it? And what shortcut did I give you? If class lengths are equal, find the first mid value and keep on adding the class length. So what is the first mid value? And then what is the class length? Keep on adding that. 20 plus 20, 40 plus 20, 60 plus 20, 80 plus 20. Is everyone clear with it? Now for x bar we require fi xi. As I said in this chapter, keep it simple. Solve by direct mean deviation. Okay. So 1 into 20 put in m plus 20, 4 into 40 m plus 160, 6 into 60 m plus 360, 4 into 80 m plus 320, 1 into 100 m plus 100. So 3, 4, 520, 840, 940, 960. Plus MR, do you get 960 everyone? Any confusions? And 1, 11, 15, 16. Now x bar is equal to sigma fi xi upon n. So 960 divided by 16, that is 60. Are you all able to get this? 960 divided by 16 equals to 60. Luckily it's not in decimals, so it will be easy to get x minus x bar otherwise. Now again what we require is modulus x minus x bar. Raise your hand who is still finding till 60. Now what are we supposed to do from all the observations x side? You have to minus x bar. By mistake don't minus it from frequencies. Okay, modulus x minus x bar. So use that function to 20 minus minus 60 equal to, do you get 40? Now directly press 40 equal to 20, 60 equals to 0, 80 equals to 20, 100 equals to 40. Any doubts with this? What is the total? Not required. Okay, we don't need it. Okay, I repeat it, 20 minus 60 modulus is 40, 40 minus 60 is 20, 60 minus 60 is 0, 80 minus 60 is 20, 100 minus 60 is 40. Any confusions? Now we require Fi x minus x bar, means which two are to be multiplied? Fi and x minus x bar. Did you understand this, everyone? So put it in m plus now again. 1 into 40 m plus 40, 4 into 20 n plus 80, 6 into 0 m plus 0, 4 into 20 m plus 80, 1 into 40 m plus 40, 240. Is everyone able to get this? Pressing MR. Who all are still writing up till here? Total of Fi x minus x bar is 240. Now we apply the two formulas. Mean deviation equals to sigma Fi modulus x minus x bar upon n. What is sigma Fi modulus x minus x bar? 240 divided by n, 16, so 15. What is the units here? Units only. Number of units in the factory. So 15 units is the mean deviation. And coefficient is also asked. So coefficient of mean deviation equals to mean deviation upon x bar. 15 divided by 60, 0.25. Okay, 15 divided by 60, that is 0.25. Any doubts with this? So thus the mean deviation of TV sets sold is 15 units and its coefficient is 0.25. Are you all clear with this? Now you will try two questions on your own.